Separated by one game with the NBL1 season as twilight. Today's matchup between the Dandenong Rangers and the Frankston Blues should be an absolute cracking game of Saturday night basketball here at Dandenong Stadium. Hello everyone and welcome back to our coverage of NBL1 Round 11 action with the Rangers men taking on Frankston, an important clash between the 6th and 8th squad on the NBL1 ladder. My name is Tom Barker and joining me is Rangers VYC coach Mike Brookins again. Welcome back, Mike. How do you see this one playing out?
Oh, look, it's going to be a really, really good match. Both teams are equally matched. There's a lot of back story to all this. Steve Blackley is at the helm tonight with the Dandenong Rangers, and we got Andrew Harms, who's a longtime Ranger himself, and myself. Me and Steve are on the coaching staff with Andrew Harms as a player.
Okay.
So look, I think they both know each other pretty well, and it should be a very, very good matchup between the two.
It should be. You know, the Frankston have had a pretty good season. I know last season the men's team in Siebel didn't have too crash on a year, but this season they've rebounded nicely. 6th place, and the Rangers in 8th now, 7-7 their record is. But they would really love a victory here because that's going to start pushing them up towards that locked-in finals position because we've only got 5 rounds left now.
Right. Look, this game is very important, and they're already a man down Dandenong as far as their leader, Darren Perry, who's away with the under-19 in the world. So we know that how an imposing figure he can be on the sideline, and when he pulls strings, things happen. So Steve Blackley, in his absence, is going to have to step up, and I believe he can do that.
And obviously, with Darren Perry at those under-19s, we've also got Sam Froling, who's with the team as well. Kelly LePepe and Tyler Robertson, we're going to be going over to college anyway, so probably not missing them. But without Sam Froling, who's been the key down low for the Rangers, they are a little undermanned, but we should see some players step up. We saw Matt Kenyon have a really nice game last week with 29 points. We saw Dexter Drew really find the flow offensively, got some big threes off as well. So there's plenty of players to step up for the Rangers.
And look, I was surprised to see Posh
yeah, he's back
on the line. Didn't really realize he was back, but after one game on his belt, I think he'll be a lot better. He might even be the X factor in this game. Before he left for high school or before he left for the United States, he was definitely a huge part of their team last year when they made their run. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of impact he can have on the game today.
And he was a bit of an X factor last week. He does his typical great defense. You know, slid in and out of the offense every now and then. Didn't play a huge amount of minutes, but was really active with his hands and sort of did turn the game a little bit at the end of the game. But ultimately, Rangers didn't come away with a win that double overtime game. So makes this one all the more important as we begin with a tip and Frankston win it.
Yeah, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that Majuk is out for the Blues. He's over in China right now with the NBL select team. So they'll definitely be missing him tonight.
To see Barker launch for 3 and bang, make it. Great start as our Barker takes the ball out for the Rangers.
Look, I look for the Blues to put a lot of pressure on Barker. They know how important he is to this offense and to this team. So they'll definitely, their import is a lockdown defender. He's very physical, so I like to keep an eye on that matchup tonight also.
And that's Damon Bozeman.
Yeah, Bozeman.
He is also 10th on the scoring list at 20.5 points a game, so he's played really well as well offensively. As Young doesn't get that one to go, but we see Trist make it. Quick 2 baskets there for the Blues, and the Rangers have sort of stumbled out of the gates in quite a few games this season, as we see Drew put up the side of the backboard. See Barker driving again, looks to make a second shot for the night, doesn't go.
I hope Drew stays aggressive in this game. He can also be an X factor in this game, because I don't believe Frankston have anyone that can actually bother him on the perimeter as far as shooting the ball.
Barker gets a wide open 3 there off a rebound from Lane. Let's see Bozeman take it out for the Blues. Now, how do you say this name? Hadzio Mirovic. We'll go Hadzio Mirovic, number 3.
Yep.
It's a tough one. There's none
on
Europeans. No, I'll say it.
Yeah,
okay, you can just say number 3.
We'll call him Haji.
Sure. Let's see Barker pull up for another 3, and bang goes again. quick 6 points for Barker.
The Battle of the Barkers.
It is Battle of the Barkers. I don't know if they're related. They're Lachlan Barker and Lucas Barker. No?
No relation.
There are a lot of Barkers in basketball.
Yes, there is.
So back out to Lucas Barker on cue. Kenyon.
Also a lot of Smiths. Unfortunately, we don't have any in
Yes,
this game.
there's a lot of Smiths. And Kenyon makes the 3. A lot of Smiths in the world. You're a bit disappointed if he came out with that last name, Smith. It's a bit very generic.
Yes.
You see Bozeman with a very unique last name. Barker again. Bozeman at the top. Trist open. Hits it again. Another 3.
The Blues are being able to go wherever they want on the floor. There's not much physicality from the Rangers at the moment. I like to see a little bit more bumping of cutters and a little bit more physical off the ball, so they can't have so much rhythm in their offense.
It's a young drive. And 1. Big shot. Big bench celebration. Bozeman says, yeah, all good. That's how I do it. He's going to go to the line for an extra 1. We've got 3 threes, and they're going to have an and 1 here.
The Blues look just a step quicker and more fluid at the moment.
They've got an old school 3-point play here. 3 new school 3s. Put them up 6-13.
Again, Bozeman pressing up 94 feet, slowing down the offense.
Barker surveys the defense again, out to Lang. Koenig Drew. Oswald in the post. Nice little left hook, doesn't get it to go. Bozeman collects the rebound. Really foul there from Kenyon. Bozeman drives. And a charge there on Trist. And Trist is not a big no at the ref, and he's talking to himself as he leaves. But
a little bit of a herd there, trying to get his man a lane to the basket.
He definitely got that lane, but unfortunately it was a foul for the Blues.
Rangers might look to have someone else bring the ball up. They're going to pressure him like that and still get into their offense. Let's get it to him later.
Kenyon's proved to be a capable ball handler so far this season. See Koenig Drew on the wing now. Drives.
Mismatch.
Open lane. The block there looked like a block there from Young. He kicks it out to Bozeman. Barker again. Flies through. Going for another 3. Gets it to go as well with a soft roll. Didn't look good off the hand for me, but
no, it didn't look like it.
Got the roll though.
It's definitely.
They'll count.
Yeah.
6-17, so this game's quickly going to have hand for the Rangers. You want to start scoring here if you're a Rangers fan. You want to see the Rangers block it in, and they do that to Lang, but doesn't get that one to go either. And Bozeman pushing the ball hard in transition again. Good in and out.
Nice move.
And gets blocked. And Young here resets the offense. To Hadzio Mirovic. Hadzio Mirovic.
They're feeling it.
Scores.
Not much resistance.
And the Blues are fired up.
This game.
Blues are fired up coming off the bench out in that timeout. 6-19. Not fair to say, not an ideal start if you're a coach there, Mike.
No, but look, the Blues have come out with a sense of urgency and have got the Rangers on their heels. Like I said, there hasn't been much resistance as far as off the ball. They haven't been able to disrupt the Blues offense at this point. The Blues look a little bit more athletic and a little bit more energetic at the moment. So
that's what I was going to say. They look a bit more energized because we've got plenty of good athletes on the floor for the Rangers, but whether that energy they haven't quite met the Blues head on now, and you call a timeout, you might be able to rally the troops and try to pull it back a bit.
Look, Dandenong normally plays from behind quite a bit, so they're no stranger to the situation. So I'm sure they'll get it back together on the bench and come out with a little bit more energy and get some stops. Like I said, I think physicality is what they're missing at the moment. So they start delivering a couple more forearms and just disrupt the offense a little bit more for the Blues. I think they'll get what they're looking for.
Let's see a few more banging bodies for the Rangers on defense. But I have to focus offensively for now because they've only got 6 points with over the past 4 minutes to start the game. And we see Bozeman pressing Barker again, so they're going to force the ball out of Barker's hands. They really don't want Barker to get it. Makes sense. He's a good playmaker.
Yes, makes sense. He definitely does a good job of getting him in the sets they need to get into. He's a coach on the floor, an extension of Darren Perry. They've been working together for quite a few years.
See Oswald rise up. No good. Nice rebound there from Young.
They got to shy away from trying to get all those points back in one shot.
Yeah.
Just trust their offense.
Young pulls up, doesn't get that one to go. And that will be Rangers ball. But that's thrown off their game a bit, having Barker without the ball. Traditionally, other teams usually let Lucas walk the ball up the court, but that's not going to be the case tonight.
No, which is, like I said, which is very smart. Very smart.
Bozeman's going to hound him all the way up from the half court. Off to Poch. Poch in the game. Kenny on the wing, looking for Lang. He's got it against Trist. Bangs in, turns, fades, and gets the roll. Gets the roll. Friendly roll there.
Nice stuff by Tim Lang.
Only player on the court with grey hair. Which is a badge of honour for a veteran. You see Trist out. Bozeman open. Doesn't get to go. Barker calls for it, doesn't get it. Drew brings the ball up the court. He's sealed there from Lang. Oh, nearly a three there for Barker, but Kenyon gets the rebound. The Rangers ball again off the deflection of Young.
Look, so just with the addition of Posh, they become that much more athletic, and allows them to compete more to get second chance points.
I'm seeing him stand up against Lang there, and I swear I reckon Poch has grown because he looks even bigger.
Yeah, about the same size.
I wonder how tall he. I think I did see on the stat sheet. I think it was about 205 or 204 now. So seems like he's just growing and growing and growing. Sets the screen there for Kenyon. Kenyon on the wing.
Nice execution by the Rangers.
Nice three there.
Exactly.
Good shot.
Like I said, trusted the offense that time. Got a couple of passes, a couple of bodies through, and ended up with a really good shot.
We get 5 points in a row here. Pull this lead back to just 8 points. Barker double teamed on the corner. Tries to deflect it off them. And the ref said that Tim Lang's foot was out of bounds when it came off.
A lot more active on the defensive end for the Rangers, which is good.
See Bandela check in for Kenyon. Trist here. Pulls up for two.
We'll take that shot.
Yeah.
You can push in transition so we don't have to play against a set defense.
Lang in
Going
the
back
post.
to that.
Yeah, they like that matchup.
Yes.
Drew's
Drew's got to knock that down.
And he gets a hand there and just onto the shot. But nice.
There you go.
Nice hustle from Poch there and gets the defensive, gets the steal and gets the quick bucket. That's what Poch does. He can just put a hand in that passing lane, get a quick steal and get a quick few points.
He's a tough matchup for anybody on the floor, to be honest with you, because 9 times out of 10 the person guarding him is too small. And
he's quick enough to stay in front.
Exactly.
Trist tries to do a right jump hook there, doesn't get it to go, and it's Barker's ball in the transition. He's going to push hard. Big charge. Oh, big block. Tell you what, that was a tough call.
A massive collision there. Could have gone either way. Look, I thought Bozeman might have been a little bit hard done by, but that's the talent of Lucas to be able to realize he had a shoulders pass and to get in there and get on the free throw line. But looks like they're giving him a pass, not a shot.
And we got timeout here for the Rangers. For the Blues? Yeah, I think it's the Blues, but it doesn't matter. We've got a 6-point game here at Dandenong Stadium, 13-19. So the Rangers have done a good job of rallying back after going down 16-19. So they've gone a 7-0 run here. So good result for the Rangers after that
definitely
timeout.
a good timeout by Steve Blackley. Got them back collectively together and came out with a lot more energy, and that's just the difference. Look, there's a lot more contact out there now, whereas before we were just seeing people run all over the place. They're getting good rhythm shots, so on and so forth. Now, a little bit better job. Hopefully they can continue to increase their intensity, and I'd like to see them push the ball a little bit more in transition because both the Blues and the Rangers are not very deep at the moment with their players out. So foul trouble early for either team could spell death.
Certainly could. I've only seen 3 fouls here so far, as opposed to the last game. Quite a few calls. So it's been a good free-flowing game, but a couple of baskets just haven't gone in for the Rangers so far.
Yeah.
So we're interested to see what happens going forward as play resumes here. Down, Trist talking to the ref and saying, what about those calls that you missed?
Speaking of physicality, shout out to Jordan from the 14-3 team who copped one in the eye on Friday night. Wishing her well. And
Barker gets it. Yeah, it always hurts that little shot in the eye, or a shot in the nose. That was the one I always used to kill me when you get a ball right in the nose and your eyes start watering.
Yes, sir.
Barker gets second to go. So 4-point game here at Dandenong Stadium. 5-point. My numbers off there. Barker. The Blues Barker now calling the shots offensively, so good matchup. Gets the ball back again from Trist.
Once again.
Looks inside, doesn't see anything going, so Trist, there we go. Gets it to Bandola. He's got a mismatch here. He powers through, but
bad luck.
Doesn't get it. And Bandola did a good job of staying in front, but just too strong there from Young.
He looks a bit undersized, but he's definitely extremely strong. Likes to play with his back to the basket.
Tell you, that did not look like he was going to
roll
in at all.
Said he was going to make it. He missed it for us.
He makes that one.
There you go. There you go. So look, with Bozeman on the bench, still pressuring.
Yeah, still going for it.
Yeah.
Barker on Barker here at the moment. Kenny Drew gets it. Likes the look. Gets fouled. Gets fouled on the three. That
Shoots
hurts.
3 free throws. Now, any other time, you know, they say, oh, you should never foul a jump shooter. But who should you foul?
Well, that's a good point there. There's not really a scenario in which you would want to foul, is there? Yeah. To give the other team the best,
never foul a jump
chance.
How about you don't foul anybody at all? That'd be a good idea.
Maybe. He's got 3. He's probably going to make 3s. Good free throw shooter, Kenny Drew.
Oh, so. Okay. No, you're doing. No, you got.
Yeah, so I told you. So I'm giving the easy ones.
Okay, I got you.
Let's see. Yeah, 2. So 2 out of 3. Even if he doesn't make this one, I'll live with that.
All right. They're
make
slowly creeping back into this game. If they can get this even, or at least within 2 by the end of the quarter, that'd be a win.
And there's Potch. There he is, just on cue.
Another extra possession for the Rangers.
Just as we talked about before the game, X factor comes up and becomes that X factor. Always good at just getting those little extra turnovers that you might not think would happen, especially when they put a press on. Tim Lane does a nice pass to Kenny Drew there and gets the 2. And we've got a 2-point game here at Dandenong Stadium. Rangers pull back nicely, 19-21. So Barker calling the shots offensively for the Blues. Back to Barker on the wing from Young, looking for Trist. Trist in the post against Lane. He's got Potch coming over for help, but Potch doesn't go, and Trist gets the 2. We see Bandolo. Juice, Bandolo coming in.
Nice drive
there. Nice finish. Wrong hand.
For the and one
Still gets it going. Yeah, he doesn't get the and one. He likes yelling out and one too, old Barker. Enjoys it.
Yeah. Look, the difference in the game, I think, so far is with a steal by Posh and a turnover on the outlet. Probably should have ran it himself. Is Steve stayed with his starters a little bit longer, whereas Andrew's gone to his bench. And now if he can get some good minutes to the finish of this quarter, I think he'll be happy within 2 or up.
Well, certainly from where they were halfway through the quarter, down 6-19, to be where they are now. It's a nice position. They've done a good job of fighting back after a rough start. See Bandolo on Trist. Trist tries to fight through, doesn't get it. And McDonald goes for 3, doesn't get it either. I see Potch smartly outlets it to Barker this time. Nice smooth motion. And we see Barker calling shots. Comes Curtis Drew. Pulls up.
Nice shot.
Easy.
Nice shot in rhythm. Look, executing extremely well on the offensive end now. Setting really good screens. So, end result, nice uncontested jumper.
Trish drives. Doesn't get anything. McDonald drives now. Doesn't get it either. It'll be Rangers ball.
Good start for the Rangers here.
Nice defense there from the Rangers. They've tied things up here. Scobie Williamson comes in and Declan Suikup comes in for Lucas Barker.
Good management there, get the young kids in.
Do you like what you've seen from the young Rangers players? Obviously the VYC Rangers men have been fantastic all season long.
Yep.
But do you like what you've seen from them in the NBL team, NBL1 team?
Yeah, look, Darren's always done a really good job of implementing the young kids into his side. And They know him, they trust him, and he does a good job of putting them in situations where they can be successful. So
Posh
they
gets in
tend to
trouble.
they tend to do all right at the NBL1 level. And Siebel, or an old Siebel, I guess you could say, I think this league is probably a bit better. Teams are a lot deeper, imports are a lot better, and so the standard has definitely risen. So now that they're getting opportunities in this arena, it's just only going to make the side that much stronger.
See Bandola kick out to Poch here. Poch wide open, but he's travelled again. So it's 2 travels in a row for Poch. He's going to check his footing here, and he's talking.
It's a little shuffle of the feet. He tends to switch, tried to switch his forward foot when he caught it a little bit late.
You wouldn't get that in an NBA game, would you?
Nah, not at all.
No, that's legal.
You get 3 steps. Right?
That's it. Certainly would. So shot clock's turned off here. 13 seconds left. Bozeman's got the ball. Here comes Tris. Screen goes against it. And Bozeman's got a shot here. A little bit of push off. And big rebound from Young there. Skied through.
Bad luck on the foul.
He's got a bit of an over the back foul there. It was a little bit rough there, I would have thought, but it's all right. We've got 3 seconds left.
Coach Black can get a couple more shooters on the floor.
He's going to have to get some runners on the floor because we have to absolutely piff this one if they're going to get a decent shot.
They got 1 dribble on the pass or 2 dribbles and a shot.
And to Williamson. And Williamson stumbled there and won't be able to get a shot off.
Looks good.
Look good. Interesting look good there. Angus,
it looked good to hit the side of the ring.
Yeah, no, that's what you meant. I got you.
I'm trying to give him a little bit of love, that's all.
No, Angus Howe, he doesn't quite get that one to go. It was close, but it was just off the side of the backboard, so he didn't get that one to go. But we go into the game 23-all. That's a good result for the Rangers after a little rough start, and they've done a really good job of rallying back.
Yes, like I said, the Blues came out firing, and the Rangers were able to hold on. Good timeout by Steve Blackley. Got the crew back together, came out with a little bit more intensity, and started to execute a lot better on the offensive end. Got some uncontested looks. Posh came in, I thought, with some good energy, got him some extra possessions. And yeah, we end up all tied up 23-all.
So a pretty good result. It's the quarter time shooting contest kicks off here at Dandenong Stadium between some youngsters. What are you looking from Frankston? They sort of started out really hot, but then that offense really dried up. What are you looking to reestablish if you're
they'll probably reestablish the pressure that they're putting on Lucas Barker in the backcourt, and then they get the ball over the half court just with, about 16, 17 seconds to run their offense. And then probably do a better job of maybe denying that wing pass in the half court and see if they can't get out in transition.
So we saw some big threes there from Lachlan Barker for Frankston. And when he got subbed off, they sort of dropped off as he had played 7 minutes in that first quarter, 9 points, 3 threes, and then from there the offense dried up a bit. They shot 40% for the quarter, while the Rangers shot 50%, which is a little bit surprising. But I guess the Blues just did a better job of shooting from 3 than the Rangers.
But they definitely
6 turnovers for the Rangers though, so that was probably. If a couple of those Poch travels went through, might have seen a couple of, maybe even a Ranger lead. But you'll take a tied-up game as we begin the second quarter here.
Like, they can even just have this group, give them a good 2 minutes worth of execution. Just don't turn the ball over. Keep it close, and then get his starters back in the game.
Oswald lied that much up, but didn't work out for him as Barker blocked the shot.
Anything more than 2 dribbles trying to get into the lane, you're going to get yourself in trouble. So a little quicker move, that's a better result.
Did seem to sort of wait and see if Barker was going to react, but he didn't. He stayed right in front of him. So he tristed at the top. Bozeman looking for Bozeman, doesn't get him. So Young got the ball at the top of the key. Drives past Oswald. A little bit of Matador defense there by
a bit of
Oswald.
Maybe a mismatch athletically.
Yeah.
So
on the other end,
recognize that.
Kenyon drives hard and makes a beautiful layup.
Give him a little bit of help on that.
Wayward pass there, and Young can't come up with it. So Sukup take the ball at the court. Back to Oswald. Williamson,
Pass.
Kenyon open
This
shot.
should look good.
Good offense there
Good
from
to
the
see
Rangers.
him taking that open shot. There are plenty of games where he passes up open shots and drives to the lane. Good to see him taking that one.
And he took them last week as well. I know what you mean. The past few weeks, when he started the season, he did pass up a few shots in those open lanes, but does seem a lot more confident now. As we see a really light foul inducing Buyandolo. But yeah, he was really committed to those shots and drove hard into those lanes, which is good to see. And takes a wide open shot there.
This group for Dandenong is doing a really good job extending, or at least capturing the lead. And the longer they can do this, the more rest he can get for Barker and Drew, which could pay dividends down the stretch. I think the Blues have kind of dropped off a bit in trusting their offense. So a bit of isolation going on at the moment, which tends to happen. Someone gets hot for a second. You want to try to keep feeding them and kind of get out of your offensive rhythm to get them the ball. I think a little bit better execution. Looks like the Blues have gone to a 2-3 zone here.
It's interesting after Kenyon made a corner three. They're going to go with it. Kenyon passes to Suk up on the wing. Oh, bailed out a little bit there. We only had 2 seconds of the shot clock, and
with the group on the floor, you don't really see them as a three-point shooting squad. Kenyon did hit the three, but he like we said, reluctant. He was reluctant to shoot it. Sukup can hit the three, but
now with Lang out there though, you couldn't get that three at the top of the key, which is the Rangers do like a lot. So
not sure the youngster here. Will get
there
some
it
up
is.
himself.
On cue, hits it. It's another three for Kenyon here. So the Rangers lead up to 4 now. So a good result for the Rangers. Started out well in the second quarter. See Bozeman driving. Good, bit of contact there. Hits the ground hard, but he's made it. And he's going to go to the line. He's taking a couple of extra breaths. Yeah, it didn't hit the ground quite hard. Just in front of us here, the commentary booth. He looks all right. Young just signaling how many numbers do you see in front of me?
He must have given him the right amount of fingers. How many fingers am I holding
well,
up?
he started holding 6, and then he changed to 2, and he changed to 3. So I think he's just trying to confuse him. But he's going to go to the line, Bozeman. He made his last 2, so looking to make another one here. He's taking his time to gather himself as we a little bit of court sweeping.
You could say swipe, I don't mind.
Sure. Caught swiping. Doesn't really make sense.
Could be a new thing.
It could be. Probably won't. That's all right. Bozeman makes it.
Hashtag the swipe.
Yeah, sure.
Make it happen.
I want to see Potch doing a bit more court swiping. He's done a good job so far.
Yes, he
swiping
has.
the ball. Williamson's on the wing.
All right, so they've come out of the zone now back to a man-to-man. So just a couple of possessions of zone, just to mix things up. Nice interior pass.
Big call for how long there in the key for Lang, but refs don't see it that way, and he's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Andrew Harms showing a bit of fervor there.
Pumped up.
He's
keeping an eye on Tim Lang.
Look, I know Andrew. He's a bit of a joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember probably about 4 years ago, paid a little prank on yours truly.
Yeah.
Knows I'm a Spurs fan, so called me like around midnight, 12:30 at night. Pretending to be from a radio station.
Yeah.
Asking me about my Spurs fandomship and that they were going to fly me to San Antonio for. So he got me a good one on that one.
Unlucky. That would have been nice. Oh well. No Tony Park or Ginobili for you. You have to.
No, it was definitely a sad day.
The Rangers up 3 now. Here, 33-30 with 7.5 to play in the second period. You see Trist barking at the top of the key. Bozeman again. Pierce pulls up.
Nice contest.
A little bit long there.
They're really concentrating on Barker not receiving the ball. Even in transition there, Bozeman went straight to him, so he couldn't get the ball. So definitely hinging their success on being able to keep the ball out of Barker's hands.
see Hadzimirich.
Doing a good job with that name.
Pierce, thank you. Barker drives and hits.
Barker's having a good game.
Certainly is. Yeah, this will be his 11th point. Good start for him. Nice and one. He was falling back, and managed to just put enough on it to bounce it off.
This is having some of the same traits as the women's game.
That's a bit.
There's no one really pulling out.
It's been a good back and forth so far. See Lang at the top of the key. Kenneth Drew. I'd like to see him get going a little bit more.
Looks like making a concentrated effort to get the ball inside.
There on cue, does so. And Oswald gets stripped though. And he fouls, and it's going to be unsportsmanlike foul.
Probably not a good idea.
He did sort of go for a little bit of he looked like he was just trying to reach on the hit, but did kind of clip him on the legs there. And I think that'd be the reasoning behind the foul. So Barker will go to the line again.
So the official indicates that he wrapped him around the waist, which is a no-no.
Barker makes the first, so misses the second. So it's all tied up here at Dandenong Stadium, 35 all. And the refs still talking to the Rangers players and saying the Rangers asking what was the go. The refs are quite happy with the call. It seemed pretty fair to me. And we're all good to go here at Dandenong Stadium. Barker inbounding the ball. Looks at Trist, doesn't get him. Gets the Hadzimirich. Trist. Pierce pulls up again. Gets
nice
it to
floater.
Nice
Look,
floater
they
there.
couldn't have done any better defensively on that possession. Just a better shot by the offense.
Barker surveys. Kenyon. Kenyon's looking to drive. Does so. Gets him fender up. Doesn't get the shot he wants. So he pulls it to Barker. Barker goes. Doesn't get it. It's Podger's ball. Watches the back there. Nice pass to Kenyon. Oh, and a Trist throws it off the Latrobe Financial sponsorship signage there.
A little bit of frustration on the Blues' part. Get a warning from the official.
Yeah, got a warning.
Can't get a delay of game for yourself, can you?
No, yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. Really
Nice high horn set.
Don't see that too much. Bozeman, 3. Barker's hand was down there. Didn't really contest, but doesn't pay for it. Rangers look to go again in offense. Barker's on Trist, but no. Good switch there.
Weren't able to attack it early enough.
Kenyon draw. Kenyon Drew doesn't get to go.
I like how aggressive he's being though.
Nice contest there from Kenyon.
They'll eventually start to fall for him. He's got to continue to.
Podge takes about 3 steps, but he did get the ball touched there and doesn't get it to go. Pierce is open here and hits it.
Nice little transition 3. Look, I think that might be the key to the Blues getting up today is getting out in transition and pushing against Dandenong, because their half-court defense has really picked up Dandenong's, and the Blues are having a hard time getting some uncontested looks.
Drew pulls up, doesn't get it to go. Potch follows up. Too long there for the Blues. Makes them pay inside. So Bozeman this time. He's calling everything. Pierce back to Bozeman. Looking for Trist inside. Doesn't get him. There it is. Against Lang. They're trusting Lang against him. Good banging inside. Gets it to go. So good patience there from Trist.
Thought the ref might have been in there a little bit longer than required.
To Kenyon on the wing.
Definitely feel like Posh with the mismatch down low.
Good fast, but nice block there. And he's going to get sent to the line. He just touched him on the hit there as he went up, but it was a good block from Pierce. Just
got him down low.
Found the hit. To see Marley Biandolo checking in for Kenyon. And Young checking in there for Hadziomovic. Barker will go line for 2. Good free throw shooter. Knock on wood. Should make these ones.
All right. Your streaks on the line.
There you go.
I'm
I'm not seeing the greatest 2 games of free throw shooting so far.
No.
Or maybe it's just our curses that we've been putting on the players.
There
but
you go.
Barker will go again.
That's it.
Gets it to go. They're all tied up again, 40 all. So same thing like you said, Mike. We're back to a tied ball game, and both teams back and forth again here.
I think the difference in this game is...
Oh, nice block there. He's going to get fouled. And looked like all ball, but he might have got some hand there. He's going to go line for 3. And Barker pulls him back in and says, stop arguing.
It's good leadership by Barker, getting everybody in. Look, the difference between, I think, this game and the last game is I think athletes are just making plays in this game, whereas the last game, people were getting wide open looks from penetration. So the players get all the credit for this one because the defense has not been bad. But guys are just making contested shots and making good decisions.
Yeah, there's a bit more ball pressure in this one so far. So that one doesn't go in. Drew kicks it out to Barker. A bit of an errant pass there, and Potch is going for it, but he's not going to get it. Young goes. Or will he get it? No, he doesn't. So Young, nice ball control there. Go against Lang. Steps through. Doesn't get it.
Good defense by Lang.
Pierce to
Rotation.
Trist. But
Nice
Trist gets stripped by
rotation.
Barker. Nice strip there by Barker. And Drew passes to Potch. And a reverse finish and 1. Nice finish there by
Dandenong
Potch.
unlucky that turnover didn't turn into points for the Blues. Good hustle, nice rotation and read by Barker to get the steal.
Potch will go on. What do you reckon about Potch's free throw shooting?
I reckon he'll be all right.
All right. On cue, bang. Makes it.
There you go.
So Rangers now up 1. They're in the penalty as well.
Looks like they're going to be switching everything.
And
Turnover
Trish
by
turns
the
that one
Blues.
over. Just soft hands there. Didn't really grab the ball. Marley Bandolo drives. Looked good. Just didn't quite get the roll there.
Good hustle play by Lang. Just didn't come out their way.
Trist open for 3. No good. Barker long pass to Potch. Seen him open. And Potch beats the defense from Trist, and he's got 2. And Rangers go up 3. And the Rangers are quite happy about that one.
Very, very impressed by the strength of Young on the Blues. Like, it doesn't matter who's on him on the block. He's throwing them around. They just haven't been able to get him the ball. For the Blues, past turnovers are killing them. So Dandenong doing a good job of getting hands in passing lanes and forcing some turnovers and converting on the other end.
So Rangers have 8 turnovers themselves. The Blues have got 5, so they've done a decent job of checking the ball, but shooting from the Blues just dropped off a little bit here. Haven't quite been able to get the looks that they would probably want, whereas the Rangers, Kenyon 15 points and Barker 11 points. And some good team contributions across the board. Potch has 9 points as well with 5 rebounds, so he's provided maybe a bit of that energy after that slow start. He's really come off the bench and provided a lot of energy for the Rangers this one.
Also, the switching the Rangers are doing on the defensive end has allowed them to be able to contest those perimeter shots, and it's not hurting them on the inside because there's no dribble penetration for the Blues at the moment. So working out for them defensively.
This one's about to restart here. The Blues ball, baseline. They'll look to re-establish their offense and try to recapture this lead with Bozeman in control of the ball once again.
I look for Bozeman to probably be a little bit more aggressive offensively in the next 2 minutes.
And he's open there. And it's going to be Pierce.
Good
switch short there, and Young pushes through hard.
Good defensive change out of the timeout by the Rangers who went to his zone.
Stu drives against Trist. Doesn't get that one to go. It's going over the back of Potch's head. Here comes Barker. Gets stripped by Boyandolo. Clean strip. Looks at the ref. Not much to say to the ref there because that was all ball.
Nice. I thought maybe it would have been off of him also.
Yeah, it could have been. The ref thought otherwise.
Nice quick change by the Rangers defensively.
Bozeman inbounding the ball here. Looks, doesn't see anything he likes. Nearly turns it over there. The Blues seem to be down on a bit of energy here.
The Rangers have gone to a 1-3-1 with the length they got on the floor. It's a really good defense. Here's Bozeman.
Oh, he is. So he needed to score a little bit more. He does there. Picks up his offense, and it's a tied ball game here again.
Look, he's normally ultra aggressive on the offensive end. And the fact that he hasn't been, it was just a matter of time before he remembered that that's what he does. So,
well, he's got a good chance to finish the round. You know, they say in boxing you got to maybe start strong, weather the storm, and then finish the round well and impress the judges. And if they can go up here, go up a couple of points, and take the momentum into the half time, it would be quite good for the Blues. Yeah. You see McDonald with the ball at the top.
Yeah, got to look out for
There's
this
Barker again.
Here.
Good contest from Kenneth Drew. Let's get that one to go. So Barker back in offense. Kenneth Drew wide open, pump fakes.
That's
it.
That's
three.
it.
Doesn't
that's
get
all
that
right.
one.
That's all right. You
looked good though, didn't it?
Yes, you want him to continue to shoot the ball. That's what he does, shoot.
He's going to get one in eventually, but didn't get that one. Nice defense there, and they just went over a little bit too much. Gets the foul there on Kenneth Drew.
Bozeman being aggressive.
Juice Biondolo comes in, and so does Matt Kenyon. Bozeman shooting 2.
Maybe a little foul management with these two subs. With 1 minute left, you don't want them to pick up another one, maybe?
Nice shot by Bozeman. Puts him up 1. And makes a second, so Blues up 2. Minute to 20 to play. So if you get a few shots here, if you're Frankston, you might be able to
look for Barker here to go. Look for Barker here with a drag screen, couple of screens, get him open.
Just a bit too long there. Weathered the pusher from a strong man and Young and finished nicely. They look for it, Potch again. So Young versus Potch. This will be a good matchup. He's trying to push Potch there, doesn't get it. Kenyon in transition. Steps through. Nice finish. Oh, doesn't get it to go. And Biondolo gets the foul though.
Bad foul. Just contested. If he makes it, you live another day, but you don't want to put him on the line. 41 seconds left on the make him make a tough shot.
41 seconds left to play in this one. Smiley makes the first.
If Dandenong go back to the 1-3, look for Lachlan Barker to get open on a baseline 3. If they man-to-man, Bozeman looks to go one. Looks like they're in the 1-3.
There's Barker. Trist. There's the 3 from Barker on cue and makes it. Well done by you there, Mike. I like it. The psychic intuition there. Gets the long 3 and then puts the Blues up 1. About 1 second difference between shot clock and game clock here. And you've got 10 seconds left on it. So
go screen here, get the ball to Kenyon.
Looking for last shot. Potch with a shot. And you talk about, you know, extra steps. He took a few extra there. Doesn't get it.
That's the hardened step back. So.
Yeah. That won't count. And the Blues have got 50 to 49. Entertaining first half, high scoring first half. It's a good defense play, like you said, Mike, but both teams making shots.
Look, Dandenong did a really good job of getting back into the game, and then they kind of just played each other even. The stars stepped up. Guys who needed to make shots made shots. So this is going to, like I said, just very similar to our earlier game. It's going to come down to who can make that those defensive stops back to back. So
Interesting stuff from the first half here at Dandenong Stadium. We'll take a short break here. We'll be back. The Rangers 49, the Blues 50 here at Dandenong Stadium. Welcome back to Dandenong Stadium for a big second half of action between the Schweppes Dandenong men and the Frankston Blues. It's 49 to the Rangers and 50 to the Blues. Big second half coming up. We've traded a lot of leads, Mike, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop. It looks like it's going to be another tight game here at Dandenong Stadium.
Yeah, look, both teams are playing well, I think. I mean, I wouldn't see too much fault in defense or on the offensive side, so there's not much in it. I don't know, we'll see if Dandenong goes back to their starting lineup or if they add Posh, just like they won't add Posh for the second. But I thought he was a difference maker in the first half for the Rangers.
Came off the bench, providing 11 points, 5 rebounds. Turned over 3 times, a couple of little travels, and there was one turn I think that was probably off a steal, so you don't really count that one. But he did provide a big spark off the bench for the Rangers and let them get back into after going down early. Going down, I think it was 6-19 that first quarter.
For the Blues, I expect Bozeman to probably be a little bit more aggressive offensively, and maybe Lachlan Barker can continue his hot streak from behind the arc.
He's got 16 points and 4 or 5 threes, and Bozeman did warm up, and he started out a bit cold in the first quarter, but he's picked it up in the second, 10 points, and he's gone to the line for 5 free throws as well. So he's getting to the line, but yeah, you'd think he would be pushing a bit more aggressively against the Rangers here. But both teams aren't, on track for 200-point games here, so it's not offense that's going to be a problem. It's going to be who's going to lock the other team down.
Yeah.
And so we begin the second half with Bozeman walking the ball up against Barker. Triss now. Back to Bozeman. Top of the key. It's Barker. He slips there on the court, slips again. And he's going to turn it over here after
that
2
didn't
slips.
Look good. Didn't look good at all.
Yeah,
a little bit of a LeBron James groin injury there.
He slipped one way and then he slipped the other when he came up. And he's touching his hip there and he's pulled up very ginger, like he said. So something to keep an eye on there. So Bozeman hounding Barker all out the court again. So he's not letting Barker walk the ball up today. He's going to make him pass and move and cut. He does exactly that. You see Kenyon here.
The Blues are banking on getting the Dandenong into the half court with not much time to go, and hope they try to rely on their playmakers to make plays with a short clock and work to their benefit that possession.
And Hadziomevic makes it 2, and they're calling for floor wipers here. After a couple of those Swipers, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what they're called now,
Tom.
according to me.
You get your end game.
And they're calling a little baseline spot here, so he's caught swiping it nicely there.
There you go. That's it. Marv Albert would be proud.
Nice. Yeah, sure. Bang, or whatever he says.
Yeah.
And the ball's going to go out of Barker's hand again. Koenig Drew called to bring the ball up. So probably not the ideal man they want. I think they want Koenig Drew more coming off picks. He's going to drive anyway. Gets the ball to Kenyon. Kenyon
nice
drives,
ball
slides to the defense.
Nice cutting. Bad luck on the finish.
So Young cut through.
Nice pass in transition.
And there is Bozeman again. Lang tries to help him out, but Bozeman's not giving up. And let's Barker set this time. Back to Barker from Oswald to Lang. Open 3. Knocks it down.
Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice ball movement once again. I said.
Looks like they've given it 2 there, so maybe had a foot on the line. No, they've given the extra point. And
good hands by Lang there.
Stripped. Goes up for another one. Tristan underneath now. Oswald gets a block.
Good block by Oswald. Ronald's spending more time arguing than he is playing basketball.
2-point game here. Seems like it's just like the last game. Every time someone gets to a 5-6 point lead, that is cut straight back, and it's been a case here with the Blues up 2.
Just show a little bit more resistance in the half court.
Zimmerich goes, Driss to the rebound, and he's going to get that one now. They're not sure. They're counting the points.
Looked like it was after the buzzer to me.
Yeah, whether it was the the sound of the buzzer or the visual of that scoreboard, might have been the scoreboard right that time, but doesn't matter. It's going to count on the scoreboard, and Young
So
skies
that's
for
not
rebound.
the shot Dandenong wants there. They want to get the ball through hands, getting stuff going to the basket.
Tris balls up for 3. Oswald.
Early heat check by
Hey.
Tris.
I'd do a heat check after a very close rebound too, but he does it anyway.
Yeah.
Why not?
Isn't that how it goes?
Sure.
Get you second chance points off a rebound, you shoot 3. That's it. Nice ball. Nice cut.
Nice off the ball movement, yeah, by Kearns. Drew gets the 2.
Maybe that'll help him get it going. See him go through the hoop.
And maybe he'll pull up for a heat check 3 after a close 2.
They work for Tris.
Sure. We'll see him. We had another look there, but pass that one up. Hazimovic is going to pull off another sort of unbalanced shot there. Doesn't. Drives against Oswald. Pulls up this time. Doesn't get that one to go either. And Kenyon running the floor.
Oh, great.
Just
bad luck.
Didn't control it. He's going to give it to Rangers. I'm not sure about that. Looked like it was.
I think it caught his leg. Caught Lachlan Barker's leg.
But Kenyon had that open layup. Just couldn't control the pass from Barker.
Early sub for the Rangers. The young man in the game.
Passes to Kenyon. Harry Williamson on the floor now for the Rangers. Barker fires it to Koenig Drew. Quite in the shooting pocket.
Here's the heat check. Oh.
Nice rebound from Kobe Williamson. Oh, that's a bunny, but he's missed it. But lucky.
Nice follow by Lane.
There.
Lane quietly is having a good game. At least a good start to the quarter.
Yeah, he's got 7 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. So he's doing his role at the moment. And we know that Tim Lane can pop out for the outside shot. It's always there for Tim Lane. So it'll be interesting to see what happens for him going forward. Bozeman goes 2. Long. Young gets the rebound. Bullies inside.
Just
too strong.
Just the strength he has to move people off the block is very impressive.
Kenyon's feeling the defense out, looking for a drive there. He's going to get a block first on Young. Young,
and
not
his
happy with
third?
that one. Young, it is his third, will be.
So keep an eye on that. Because right now he's the one that's getting them extra possessions and got a bit of a mismatch inside. Because points will be at a premium coming up.
Spark on the wing. Williamson screen.
They've gone to a 3-2 zone to protect.
Oh, nearly an alley-oop, the chance from Tim Lang there. Doesn't get that ball quite in his hands. And Barker pulls up, goes bang. That's a 5th 3, 5 or 6 from 3 for Barker. That hurt.
That took a lot of guts.
Did. Quick pull up, Kobe Williamson at the top.
Like the idea of getting posh in the game here by Coach Blackley.
Good idea. And they're slow. A little bit of a quick run here from the Blues. Trish with the ball at the top. Gets the feet Young, but good strip from Barker. Just too active there. He's looking for contact against Barker. Barker on Barker, but no, a travel here. So Barker's trying to look for that contact, but got caught up a little bit, and he's going to get a travel called on him.
Got a little baby step before he came to the hop step.
Maybe he was thinking that the contact was going to come a little bit earlier, but didn't get it. Potch comes in for Kenyon.
So the Blues have gone to a 3-2 to protect Young from getting his 4th foul. Dandenong stays in a man-to-man.
Barker defending Bozeman. Bozeman's free run it. He switches on to Williamson. He's going to see what Williamson's got. And he's got length. But Triss is going to be open. And that was short. Didn't look good from the shot.
Looks like Dandenong switching everything except big, except with the big. Anytime Triss sets a screen, they're sticking with it, but switching everything else.
Williamson open. Goes against the 3. He's going to throw in the key for Lang there. So he's looking for a pass over the top from Williamson.
He was
didn't come.
tied up with Young, fighting with Young down low with position, just lost count.
As Dewson Bandolo comes in for Lang. 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. 56-61.
The game's kind of slowed down a bit. Cuts aren't as crisp.
Has become a bit more deliberate as Young rips through Williamson and gets blocked by Potch. Too long there by Potch. And I like this matchup for Rangers, but not that time. But Young comes through with a big dunk. And the Frankston Blues are pretty fired up after that one. They limp off the bench.
He's an impressive athlete, man. Like he looks like he got a big man game in a guard's body.
I did think Potch was sort of looking for block on as if it was going to be a soft layup, but no, Young went up strong and dunked that one home. We've got a foul here. He's going to call it on Bozeman. And Bozeman's not too happy with that because he thinks he's got hit.
He's called for the reach first.
Barker asks if he's right, but Bozeman's not happy with that at all.
I'm not sure he actually got him.
Maybe.
We'll have to look on the replay.
Have to look, yeah. Well,
on the P3 Sports Recovery replay.
that might be an idea one day in the future. Potch 3. Oh, you like to look at that one and look to the right, just slightly off there. You see Young go at it again. Scott Williamson, he likes that matchup. Bozeman likes this one against Barker.
Nice
Good help defense there, but it's getting a bit physical down there.
That's 4.
Another foul.
If that's Young, that's 4.
And he's going to come off because it looks like it is 4.
Yep. That's 4 foul. Now that's just not a smart foul. Let his emotions get the better of him.
We've still got a long way to go here in the game. 4 minutes to play in the third.
He's probably done for this. He's probably done for this quarter, which doesn't help the Blues' efforts.
The way he likes to play in the post, you never know. He might pick up a stray offensive foul, and that'll be it. So got to watch that for the Blues.
Good look for Posh here to be able to take advantage of his
his
length against Bozeman.
Big height advantage against Bozeman here. But Kenneth Drew's going to go for it. Doesn't get to Robert Williamson. Nice rebound. Just soft touch again, too soft. This time he goes up. Goes a bit long, but he gets fouled.
Just not able to finish. Good aggressive attack in the boards by the young man. Just unlucky not to get it in.
Kobe Williamson, you can see he's a bit disappointed with his finishing there. He knows he should finish those ones, but he's still got 2 shots, so not terrible results for the Rangers at all.
Good job by Andrew to get in front of Bozeman there before he got himself a technical foul. He's not happy with the way the game's being reffed at the moment. 3 minutes and 41 seconds left in the third. We really have to have a look at the Blues lineup they have in the game. Hoping they can hold on to this lead.
Good to go on the break, get a rest for those starters, even if Young is in foul trouble. Get a bit of rest here and come back.
This is going to be a very important 3 minutes for the Blues.
Down 6 here, 3.5 left to play. As Trist has the ball at the top, Hadzumerich. Now Trist again. He's looking against Bendolo. Nice, goes up strong there, McDonald, but doesn't get a go, but he's going to get fouled. He's going to get 2.
Good job of being aggressive and getting yourself to the free throw line, get yourself some easy baskets. I reckon Lachlan Barker will look to get pretty active on the perimeter, shooting some jump shots with this group on the floor.
Doesn't get that one to go there, McDonald. The lead's still 6. Does get that one though.
I see the Rangers getting a bit of high screen and roll action with Lucas.
Marley Bendolo on the floor with his brother. Juice going to call for a pick with his brother. He's looking, Marley doesn't get a pass option he wants, but gets a shot, but Potch rebounds for it. Potch.
Nice work on the boards.
Looked a bit lost there when he drove. Didn't really have a shot he wanted there. As Hadzumerich controls the offense, says it slow down a little bit, boys. I mean, he's throwing an errant pass there into the backcourt for McDonald, and it's a turnover. So chance for Rangers to get back into it.
Maybe see Steve roll the dice a bit, come up with a press on a made basket, see what we can get out of it. Especially with their major ball handler on the bench for the Blues.
An option is Barker takes the inbound pass and looking for a screen from Juice. Gets
nice
one.
screen by Bendolo.
Tries to finish.
Follow.
Doesn't get it. Nice follow there from Juice, but doesn't get it. Potch tries to rebound. Gets spacked away. And Barker comes up with it. And he fires long. Garrett. There's Pierce.
Nice shot. Took the contact, finish.
So Rangers down 9 now. As Barker slips, gets fouled. And the biggest lead of the game was early on, 6-19. That was a 13-point lead.
Yeah, quietly the Blues have creeped up and taken the lead.
Certainly have. Just taking control of this game a little bit. As Barker does go to the line, however. He's going to go to the line. Thought it was unsportsman. No. So that would be a bit odd. But they're 9 points down. Barker's going to go for 2 here. But yes, the Blues have just sneakily pitched a decent-sized lead here. If they can go into the three-quarter time break with that, they'll be quite happy, I think. Barker gets that one to go.
Well, with all the offensive rebounds the Rangers have gotten in this half, it's kind of lulls you into the sense of that they've scored quite a bit, but they haven't.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because they seem to have had the ball quite a bit, and he gets another one, yeah. But seem to have the ball quite a bit, but like you said, a lot of chances, but quite a few misses, unfortunately. Yeah. They're down just 6 now after that. You know, it's handy getting that last minute free throw when you get the rebound. Lang defends Triss. Triss likes the matchup, but kicks out.
Nice catch and shoot there.
There's McDonald, doesn't get that one to go. Quite. Good fight for the rebound by both teams. And Rangers ball.
We'll give it to the Blues, I think.
The Blues? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the ref wasn't quite sure there. I think it might have been a little bit of a guess, but he's going with the Blues.
Guessed wrong.
He guessed wrong. Didn't guess green. So
Rangers need to stop it. They need to try to get this down to 2 or equal by the 4th. Because as equal as these two teams have been playing, whoever's got that lead is probably going to end up with the.
And McDonald there slips on the court again. The Triss makes the 2, so a bit of slippery action going on in that key. Triss is going to go to the line for another one, and it's going to put them up 9.
The Blues are getting whatever they want inside the lane. The middle penetration is killing the Rangers at the moment.
Misses that one. He's going to get the ball back, straight back though. And is that a design play? You'll never know, but it looked good. And they're going to go up 10 now. So a minute and a half to play. And the Rangers really need to get a couple of few baskets here to draw it near. Sukup looks at the ref and says, "Was that a foul?" No.
Can't have those
double hesitation there by Sukup.
Can't have those mental mistakes. Just
turns
late
it
in the
over.
game.
Turns it over. And Donald drives, gets blocked by Potch. Fantastic defensive play there. Marley Biandello comes, screen from Lang. Potch, 3, no. And then they're calling it travel again on that back foot. Doesn't get it this time. Potch spins. And I'll tell you what, if that he made that shot, that was unbelievable.
Look, I think he's just trying to do a little too much. I think he's just
quite a few steps there, and they let it go. He's defending Barker now. They switch, but comes straight back.
Nice driving kick. Extra possessions are killing Dandenong at the moment.
And nearly had another one there with a Trist rebound. Doesn't quite come up with it.
It's been a nightmare into this
again.
quarter. Coach Blackley would not be happy with the execution on the offense or defensive end at the moment. Hopefully they can end this quarter with a good shot and reduce this lead to 8.
Oh, not with a turnover like that. It's going to go straight out to the Rangers bench. And give Frankston the last possession and the chance to go up 12. Barker's got the ball.
Shot clock turned off, 20 seconds.
No, I think they've left it on. 10 seconds, which doesn't make sense, but maybe the count is continuation. Not sure. 5 seconds left. Goes, long 3, no good. So Sukup's got the ball, 8 seconds left. Tim Lang open, but he's opts against, and he's going to be an our boy. If you look at Tim Lang, look at Sukup and say, I was wide open there. What was going on?
I reckon it wouldn't have gone down that nicely.
No, well, I think Tim Lang's a bit too mild-mannered to say otherwise, but someone a bit hotter. Sukup tried to go for that buzzer beater and didn't come up for him there, so it's an interesting choice, but if he made it, wouldn't have had anything to argue against. Unfortunately, he didn't.
Definitely be looking at that in the film room a couple of times.
Yeah, so rewind that one, Coach. But the Blues have got 10 now, 10 in the third quarter, and they're going to go into the fourth with a pretty decent lead, something they can definitely defend, especially if they get Bozeman back, and they're going to get Young back now, and hopefully he can stay out of foul trouble for the Blues.
Look, that was just too many gifts from Dandenong. I don't think that this 10-point lead was earned. It was definitely given. So they got a little bit of a hole to dig themselves out of, but just like in the first half, the first quarter, they've proven they can do it, but it's going to take an effort that we didn't see in that third quarter for sure.
And the Blues, they, like you said, it didn't really seem like they just took control of the game, but they just sort of did it by osmosis almost. The Rangers almost let them straight back in, and then, as you said, during that third quarter, plenty of offensive rebounds for the Rangers, plenty of possessions, but they just couldn't find the conversion. There's good energy out there for the Rangers, but that energy isn't converting into scoreboard.
Exactly. With the Blues are just, they're not turning the ball over, basically. They're not turning the ball over. They're executing on the offensive end, and like I said, the gifts from Dandenong has helped them secure a 10-point lead with 10 minutes left in the game.
And Bozeman is going to sit again, and he sat the last 3 minutes as well.
Look, I reckon Harmsy will keep him out as long as they have the lead. If he gets within 5 or so, he might plug him back in, or when he gets to, otherwise he can leave him on the bench till about 7 to 5 minutes, just depending on whether they can keep this lead. But he's come back with the same group, which
why not?
Why not? It was working for him.
Certainly was.
Dandenong's got their starting lineup back on the court.
They need to get a few quick buckets here, the Rangers, and try to get back in this one. Still got plenty of time left, but the past few trips down the offensive end haven't ended well, so I want to see a bit more crispness from the Rangers, but the Stars might help that out. So we see Kenyon at the top, drives, doesn't get what he wants from Barker. Barker, good job defending there, but just a good finish from Kenyon.
I think a little high screen and roll with Lucas Barker might be an easier way to get some points, easy points without Bozeman in the game. Applying that pressure, I think he has the advantage.
I haven't seen a lot of Barker drives. I've seen a lot of drives from Kenyon, but I'd like to see Lucas Barker drive a little bit more.
And that's when he's good. He's good when he's attacking the basket.
Yeah. So we might see a bit more of that in the fourth quarter.
Here's an opportunity here. Transition.
It certainly is.
There it is.
Oswald.
All good.
That looks good. No good though.
Nice
Kenyon.
tip. Ooh. Nice tip by Kenyon.
He liked that one, Kenyon, but he's going to get
technical foul for slapping the floor.
That's a bit rough there because it seemed more like he was frustrated that he didn't make the shot than any call that he got. But you slap the floor and you go out in anger, and that's what happens.
Intent doesn't matter.
No. That's referee's discretion. So they've given it, and that's 1 point. So got one.
Dodge a bullet there.
We did. Down 9 now.
Costed them 1.
Still another Blues possession here, so Blues still got those 2 starters off.
Chance at a 4-point possession.
Could be.
Extend that lead.
Especially if it gets in the hands of Barker on the wing. But it's in the hands of McDonald at the moment. And he's gone out to Hadzimirevich to Trist. There's McDonald. Pulls up. Oh, fooled me and fooled his teammate there. Looked like it was going to be a shot, but he just passed it the last second. Down to Oswald. Power dribbles in, but no good, and that's going to be an over back foul on Kenyon and the Blues. So looking
for 2 shots on the follow. Not going to get it. I like to see them work the ball into Lang here. He had a good first half against Trist. And hasn't seen it on the block since.
Barker, the wing, back to Lang. Kenyon, going to drive again to that right hand. He's going right the whole game.
He likes that little spin into the middle, doesn't he?
He does.
Left hand finish.
And he turns that corner, and just when you think he's going to pull up and drive, he spins, and it's got the Blues into a little bit of trouble here, and it's going to be and 1.
Probably another empty possession. Harms will go back to Young and Bozeman.
And it looks like they're starting to get ready. Harms standing in front of him, but assistant coach is talking to them, saying, getting them ready for their chance to re-enter the game. Trist.
A lot of
Against
isolation,
Lane.
a lot of one-on-one by the Blues, which is not how they've gotten their points in the past half. They had good ball movement, drive, and kick, just like that.
Foul.
I wonder if there's a stat for how many fouls officials call in a game.
I'm sure they would. I'm sure the ref managers would keep a tally of that stuff. But do you think you'd ever get your hands on it? No way. I don't think the ref managers would ever let you see their little behind-the-scenes stats there, Mike.
I think they should.
You think they should?
Yeah, I think they should.
I know.
Like a 2-minute report.
Yeah, the NBA they do that stuff, I suppose. So
Let's get a 40-minute report.
40 minutes, yeah. No, I don't think they'd let you do that somehow.
One official is whistle happy.
I don't think they'd you get that 40-minute report anytime soon there, Mike. Nice though. As we see Lang on the wing, pass to Kenyon, spins again, slips that time. Lang 3, and hits it. Big shot there from Lang.
Lang is having a good game. Like he's got to be shooting. How much? What's his percentage?
Oh, he's shot 3 or 4, so 4 or 5 now. That's his second 3.
I'd be looking to get him the ball.
And they like it when he can get that pick and pop option, frees up Barker and frees up the rest of the Rangers.
Like I said, he did a great job.
Here comes Kenyon Drew.
Nice outlet pass by Barker.
And good hustle there, and Kenyon throws it up
to avoid the travel.
Yeah.
Good athletic play. There's Lang.
And Tim Lang thought the pass was going one way, it went a different way. Kenyon asked the question.
All right, there we go. Empty possession. Last time down the floor. Here comes Bozeman back in the game, still holding on to Young.
Yeah. I'll keep him the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Look, you got the lead here. Do you put him in and push the lead, or do you try to hold him in case you lose it? I'd stay aggressive. Put him in now and see what you can get out of him.
So yeah, they have done well with this bench unit. As Bozeman's back in, and Bozeman's pulls up, and fantastic finish there by Bozeman. Around Poch, around the long arms of Poch.
It's the...
Kenyon Drew pulls up, and that's way off. Too long. Bozeman's going to get it again. So he's fresh, he's ready to go now, and Bozeman could take control of this game if he gets some easy buckets here for the Blues. And here comes the screen. No, it's going to be Hadzimerovic, pulls up, and that was never close.
Because when it comes to foul management like that with a player, it's the old soccer 2-goal rule. You know, you're up 2 goals. Do you stay aggressive, or do you pull back and play defense?
Because you got to get that goal differential up in soccer. So I know what you mean. It's a bit of a sloppy pass there from the Blues, and nearly turns it over, but Bozeman keeps it. He's going to reset here, and he's going to get a pick from Tris, but no, he calls it off. It's Merovic on the wing, swings it. Pierce.
Lachlan.
Off to Barker. Poch on him though. Long arms of
out.
Poch. Poch stops it. Cuts it off before Barker can get that drive. He looked like he was just trying to drive and then pull back a bit, but doesn't get. Poch doesn't let him.
Timeout by the Rangers. Coach Blackley going to draw something up on the board to knock at this lead by the Blues.
How are you looking to get it to? You know, we've tried to get to Tim Lane quite a bit, but you know, they also
look, he's having a good game. He's really having a good game. The only problem is it takes time to give him the ball, and playing from behind, you don't really want to wait till 4 or 5 seconds in the shot clock to get your offense your offensive look. So probably some good motion with the ball swing inside the floor and getting a screen away from the ball to get someone curling to the basket or an open look. That'd probably be something we look at. And defensively, maybe add a little bit of pressure in the backcourt on the made baskets, just to see it, maybe an extended 1-3-1 or some just a different look to get a couple of cheap possessions.
You do usually see that from Coach Darren Perry. Obviously, he's not coaching today, but
yeah.
If we were down about 5-6 minutes, which we are now, you know, usually he will call some sort of trap or some sort of a bit of a gimmicky defense just to try to throw the other team off, and you wouldn't mind seeing that. But
no, I can't remember how many weeks ago who was it against, but they made a huge charge in the third quarter, just getting after the ball in a full court. I think it was a 3-2 or one extended 1-2-2, and they
might have been Bendigo. Maybe,
yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah. So the Rangers here, they would love a basket here. Get the offense just firing a little bit. Down 8. 6 minutes left, plenty of time, but enough basket would be nice here for Rangers. See Kenyon driving. He's looking for Barker. Doesn't see anything on for him. Barker drives. And he gets smothered there by the Blues defense. Kenyon cuts through, but there's good defense there by the Blues.
A bad turnover. They had plenty of open looks.
And Barker, here we go.
Lachlan make him pay.
That does, he does exactly that. Puts the Blues up 11. That really hurts the Rangers. Somehow they had something going there, but not quite crisp enough on offense. Kenyon takes it. Potch, top, Drew.
There we go.
You want to see I'd love to see a Barker drive here, but it's going to go to Potch instead. Down low against the mismatch against Barker. Swings through.
Nice little slip there.
You see Young there on the side, on the bench, going through his activation.
Gone to the 1-3-1, just haven't extended it.
Might see Young back in the game soon.
Look, I'll give this defense maybe about 2 minutes, then we got to get out and guard.
Left Pierce open there. That hurts again. Like I said, might be time to switch things up for the Rangers. Down 11 now, and that clock is starting to dwindle down. We've got 4.5 minutes or so to play now. Potch drives. And Bozeman saying that he pulled his shorts there. Or
well, they've taken Bozeman off of Barker, so we're looking to run a drag. So drag 2 drag screens at the top for Barker and have Lang dive off of that.
Pierce fakes too short there.
That's good. They need that. Now they got to push against it before the defense sets. Get Tim with an early screen on Barker and get him to the rim.
For it, gets it.
There it is.
Oh, nice pass there from Lang. Nice cut there, baseline by Potch, and now a 7-point game with 4 minutes to play.
Just got to look for Lachlan here in the corner.
He's a danger man, definitely at the moment.
He's on the proper side as we want him. We want him on that side with Posh, with that long reach. Got to get this.
There we go. Turnover. Big throw up. No, good. Just the pass is just a little bit off there.
Good idea, bad execution.
Unlike Barker, throw a bit of an errant pass, but that one was. And Bozeman makes them pay with a nice floater. Push the league back out to 9. And here comes Kenyon. He's going to push the ball here, but nothing on.
I like that idea.
And he's got a screen from Lang. He's going to kick it back to Lang, and he's at 3.
There's the man.
And he was feeling hot, and that looked good, but just a little bit long.
It's been a while since he touched the ball.
Yeah, it's hard to get your rhythm back when you haven't touched it for a while.
Yep.
And that one was just a little bit long. It looked good, but unfortunately doesn't get to go.
I think we got another 30 seconds, another maybe 1 more possessions in this defense. And then
Bozeman hits, and then it might be time for that change, and Steve Buckley does exactly that. Calls timeout, and the Rangers are going to have to reassess here. They're down 11, 2 and 48 minutes to play. Yes, there is a fair chunk of time, but haven't made any inroads offensively.
Look, the imports and the starters for the Blues, whenever they've needed a bucket, they've come up with one. And on the other hand, Dandenong, when they needed an extra possession, they've gotten one, but they haven't converted, and that's been the difference, because they've done enough to get themselves back in this game within the past couple of possessions, but just didn't capitalize. He's starting to get short on possessions in this game now with 2 minutes 48, and the Blues seem happy just to move the ball around the perimeter. So we're going to have to do something to speed them up and get the game on our terms so we can score a couple of quick points. There's no threat of being in the bonus, so let's push the ball up the floor, attack the basket, and see if we can't get some runs on the board without the clock ticking over.
And it does seem like the Frankston have been able to get whatever shot they've wanted, really. Rangers probably do need to change that defense up because while the Blues have had the Rangers have done a decent job of contesting shots, the Blues have sort of got to whatever point of the floor they wanted, really.
So he's gone back with Young, Bozeman, Barker, Ozzy.
So this is the proper crunch time lineup for the Blues, and it's going to be tough for the Rangers to score. They've got Biandolo in instead of Kenyon. He's taking a breather. Tim Lang at the top. He's going to drive. Unusual to see the big man driving like that. He's going to go jump hook, gets it to go there. There you go. He's got the hot hand, so it might, like you said, might just keep going. Tim Lang.
They're up with the press. Looks good. Look, they're facing it. They might get an 8-second violation out of this if they can continue with it. Just stay with it. Oh,
Close.
Bad luck.
They get a tryst.
It's all right, but now they only have 15 seconds to run their offense. So as long as they can stay in, continue to pressure, and force them into a difficult shot, they've done their job.
Yeah, it was a difficult shot, but not too difficult for Hadzimerovic. Makes a big
Great
three.
shot by him.
And that's 11-point lead now to the Blues. Okay, Drew, he checks himself and comes up short. And that was a very early on the shot clock. You'd be happy with that if you're Andrew Harms.
They got to get a stop here. Another score by the Blues is probably over.
Looked like it could be. That was a spectacular move. It just doesn't quite have the finish there.
I'm not sure that's
Biandolo's going to run.
By Bozeman.
Oh, Biandolo, he's tried to go with the pass. Should have gone the shot.
Definitely got lucky with that one. Try a pump fake behind the back pass. And
no,
definitely would have got him.
The defender chose pass and he
nice
picked
pass.
right.
All the way to the basket, get the and one. There you go.
Oh,
that's it.
Bozeman's looking back at the ref and saying, what are you talking about? But he might have touched him on the hip there, and it's going to be and one nonetheless.
4-point lead. Lucas go to the line, get 3. Yeah, he's got to come out. He's got to come out. Marley's good. Sub by Steve Blackley. In the big man lane, out. Probably looking to push up and pressure some more, put a quicker lineup on the floor to get after people.
Look at the scoreboard. It says 80-84.
I don't believe that's correct.
I don't think that's right either. I'm not sure what's going on here. They've called it a timeout. It looks like a ref timeout. I think they've put a couple of extra points on for the Rangers, which you know what? Don't mind that. Exactly right. I think that is home court.
Look at that. Should be a 10-point lead. Should be 77-87.
Yeah, so I think they've just gone the wrong side there. And last stats. There we go. So we're going to have a timeout to rectify the situation. I think it's flipped. So it should be probably, or with Barker's free throw, maybe 79-87, I think. Or maybe 80, one of the two. But we'll reassess here and look at the timeout, see what's going on. Did look over that scoreboard.
19 seconds. So
you got 4 points left. I thought 4-point lead doesn't seem right at all, but no.
You're lucky you got 4 more possessions in this game.
Yes.
So the way you get extra possessions is either extending the game by fouling or hopefully getting a couple of intercepts while you're pressuring. I think it was good to go to the press, maybe a little earlier.
Yeah, I mean, we've got one, like I said, this is, we've only got 4 possessions or so left for the Rangers, but we have been very good at playing that trap traditionally throughout the years. And if we can put that pressure on and just force these Blues into some turnovers, a couple of the starters for the Blues have had a fair bit of bench time, so they might not be as
And look, Bozeman's been impressive. He has taken care of the ball. I'm not sure if he's got a turnover in this game or not, but he's done a really good job of not turning. And as I say that, he's not on the floor.
There you go. So he's going to take a little bit of a break here. And we're still looking at the scoreboard, and it says 80-84. But the live stats is saying otherwise, so I'm not sure what's going on. Took a time out there to rectify, and we haven't rectified it, so I'm not sure exactly what's happening, unless the scoreboard on our side is incorrect.
There you go.
There we go. So 79-87. So that's the right score, and that's the right score on live stats. So I think we're right to go now. And Steve Blackley saying, hey, you could have kept that score to the ref if you want, but the refs are saying no, we've got it right now. We're going to resume the game. So 8-point lead to the Blues, and they've got the ball here. Big basket, almost would put this one out of reach, but here comes the defense. Doubled here, Barker, and double again from Lucas.
Looking good. They don't have to foul. They don't want to foul in this situation.
Here we go.
Just get the rebound. Get the rebound and go.
And makes it though. Big shot.
Hey,
they're going to push hard. Kenyon's going. He's going to have an open layup here.
Credit to the Blues.
Passes to Biandolo. Nice.
Now they got to look to foul. They're going to have to look to foul and extend this game.
There he comes. Hits him in the face. Looked like an accidental play there, and Barker comes over.
Probably trying to sell it to get the. Problem is now they're still not in the bonus though. They got 2 more fouls to get into the bonus, so that's gonna put them at least 57 seconds.
Well, you don't mind that. You reset your trap here. See what you can get.
You'll be at 57 seconds before you can actually.
And they get to Young. So Young's going to push it, and they've got the ball. 53 seconds left, so it's not looking good for the Rangers here. One more basket ought to kill it for the Blues. There's a foul before the shot here on the play.
Still got one more foul to give with 47 seconds left. 9-point lead. Doesn't look good for the Rangers at the moment.
Doesn't for our hometown team.
Credit to the Blues. They've weathered the storm. They handled the pressure, and they've made shots when they needed to make shots.
And they had that brief run in the third quarter, just got out to 10 points, and since then they've just held on to it. They
the end of the third quarter was just disastrous for the Rangers. I mean, yes, the Blues were up, but they were able to extend to 10 with a couple of turnovers and some bad decisions. So it just goes to show you the beginning and ending of quarters are truly, well, every part of the quarter is important, but you never want to finish, a minus 6, I think they were.
Triss makes the first, makes the second. So it's an 11-point game with 44 seconds to play. It's going to be tough for the Rangers here. Barker pushes, throws it to Bandola in the corner. He's got a 3. That's on the side there. It's going to Drew now. He's looking for a quick shot as well. Gets a soft touch in. So 9-point Ranger lead. I mean, Blues lead, I should say.
Don't foul.
And they foul, unfortunately.
Lucky it's not an intentional.
Yeah, it was close. Did sort of wrap him a little bit. But
you got to go for the ball. Can't wrap him up.
It's just going to be a regulation free throws here for Young. And that one doesn't fall. 27 seconds left here on the game clock. Here comes Curtis Drew. And his ball's wrapped up there. And that
kind of sums up the Rangers' nights.
Yeah.
Turnover,
Lucas
going
Barker
to the basket, and then a foul.
Lucas Barker lets out a big sigh after that one. Thought it's just that's how it's been tonight, unfortunately. And Tristan's going to go to the line again for 2.
I think you'll have a look at the game tape and realize he might have possibly been able to be a little more aggressive in the second half, trying to get to the basket. But in his defense, he's played a marvelous game in the sense that he's done a good job of leading his team. And
15 points for Barker, 5 assists, 5 turnovers, but he's also got 3 steals. So he has played a pretty good game for the Rangers and led them throughout this one. And we've got a charge here for Bandola. So that one will just about wrap this one up. 15 seconds left to play. Down 10. And
the turnovers will tell a story too.
Yeah, we've got 19 turnovers to the Rangers to just 13 for the Blues.
Yeah.
And the Rangers, with this half-court press, just haven't been able to get anything going really. And Young's going to rise up for an easy dunk. Blues fans in the crowd like that one. And Barker kicks it out knowing that this one has unfortunately slipped away from the Rangers. 82 Rangers to 94 Blues. A very good outing for the Blues. Won that game in the third quarter. The Rangers sort of just let it slip after contesting all night long, and they're going to run out. Unfortunately, they're not going to get that big win over the team above them. They're going to go to 7 and 8, and the Blues are going to go to 9 and 6.
Yeah, look, the Blues were consistent the entire game. They weren't taken out of anything that they were trying to do. Laughlin continued to hit shots. Bozeman continued to run a really good offense. Young was impressive. Dandenong, I thought, let themselves down in the third and early in the fourth with turnovers and got a bit stagnant and ISO'd probably me a little bit too much instead of letting the offense work for them. I thought they also allowed the Blues did a good job of taking them out of what they wanted to do. I know they like to swing the ball from side to side, Dandenong, and it just got stuck on one side of the floor.
And we'll take a look at some of the stats. Rangers 41% from the field, probably not quite where they want to be, and just 7 of 24 from deep. The Blues 45%, 36. They sort of cooled off in the second half from 3. They were hot in that first few periods, but cooled off a little bit. But just the 13 turnovers from the Blues and the 20 in the end for the Rangers. So just a few extra possessions and a few extra made shots from the Blues, and they'll take this one and The Rangers, on the other hand, will go into this game thinking, oh, we might be able to get one on someone above us. Instead, they come out, lose this one, unfortunately, to the Blues, and they're going to drop back in the pack now. Probably going to be tied with Bendigo, maybe the 9th or 10th spot on the ladder, but just out of finals positioning, so that one really hurts.
Yes,
Mike.
it does. Look, it doesn't get any easier with Kilsyth on the other side of this one, I believe. That's going to be an absolute barn burner, hopefully, for us with our backs against the wall. I think we're actually on the road for that one. So, like I said, when they brought the intensity early, they were able to get back in. They just weren't able to maintain it. But I think a lot of positives can come out of this game. And moving forward, they should be able to find some consistency in where they're going to get their offense from and where they're going to settle in a good defensive mindset.
Well, I'm sure all the Rangers fans out there will be crossing their fingers and seeing if that is the case and seeing if they can rebound. Saw some good performances from both teams, but the Blues will take this one, 94-82. It's been a good game, it's been a good event. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for your commentary. It's been fantastic.
And appreciate, we got a hashtag swipe.
Yep, that's
floor.
it. Yeah, no, court swiping. Yeah, that's it. That's what we'll go with.
Got it.
We hope you had a good night listening to us, everyone. We'll see you next week. Be sure to check out all the coverage of the NBL throughout the year. Still quite a few games left. We're running out of time here, and the finals are quickly approaching, so it's an exciting time to be a basketball fan, especially at the NBL1. My name is Tom Barthgate. With you has been also Mike Brookins. We thank you for your time tonight, and we look forward to hearing you again on Rangers TV.